Yes, I did make it. Ha 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 ha. Welcome, ladies. I'm Aravero here as always. And here is, of course, back at my build on the Zedwork server. And behind me, you can see that I've completed the acacia logs up to the height that I had decided in the previous episode. And from here in the dark, it looks pretty good. But I've been living with it for a couple of days, and I noticed that from over here, it looks a little weird. Going straight up this existing path, which I haven't decided I want to tear out yet, this little narrowness here looks a little weird. And what makes that even weirder is that, as I said, that's a continuation of an existing structure down here in the lower part of the build. And I have to work really, really, really hard, like really hard, to find an angle from which to even see, that's just the nature of the build, from down here at this angle, it doesn't look as weird. Not even up there. And from over here, let's see, where is it? It also doesn't look as weird. So I'm thinking it's just the combination of those trees and the narrowness of that. Well, actually, it looks like, come to look at it, it looks like I've got this little bit of a widening here, right here, this additional structure down here. That could be making all the difference. I didn't notice that until just now. But that is not on all of the sides. It's only on these two faces. So that's interesting. Well, let's see if I can find my acacia logs. Maybe if we just run some acacia logs up in the same place on this face of the build, it'll make all the difference in the world. Let's get some. I think I've got my boxes in here. Let's see. Acacia wood. Alright. So let's just try it out. Okay, it was on this face. Oh, by the way, this is not at all more convenient than what I was doing before, you know? Okay, so if it's this here, was it there? No, I don't think it was there. I think it's here. Which means I'm gonna need a leaf. Leaves, okay. Let's try this. I don't think I want to continue this particular log straight down through because it will interfere with the sugarcane farm. Although it shouldn't, because it doesn't on this side. So I don't know. I'm totally making this up as I go along. Whee! Yes, I did make it. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let me get back up here. Okay. And then we'll have to go here again. Think. Leaf. Okay. It doesn't make any sense that that leaf by itself would be enough. I mean, that structure by itself, it shouldn't be enough to make that much difference. Should it? Let's see. Wow, it really does. That makes that much difference? Wow, there's a shocker. Okay, but now it looks lopsided. which again, it doesn't do that anywhere downstairs, but that's going to be because this is so annoying because, hey, no, another leaf. Come on, I can't jump very well. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be because it's... Okay, so I'm going to just put... Now this, I do not believe has a mimic on the lower floor. But since I want to fix the part where this looks awkward from this direction, somehow I don't think I can make that jump. I don't know. Whee! And nope. There we go. I don't know. I just, yeah, I'm not good at parkour. What can I say? Okay, so let's have a look. From down here. Now see, that makes all the difference in the world, don't it? That is just bizarre. Okay. So, we're totally making this up as we go along, by the way. Okay. The thing I don't like about that is that it's going to close off the visibility of the leaves before in the current nether portal. But we are trying to change things like that, so that might not be that big of a deal. Alright, well, let me take a few minutes and put the rest of those logs around and see what else we can come up with. Well, there it is. I was right. It's going to close in that spot right there around the nether portal quite a bit. But I think it'll be okay in the long run because I can just shove the nether portal outward one block. It'll still be the same size. It'll just be like right behind that plank or right behind that log right there. And then the leaves can be on the front. So, and you know, we're changing things, so it might not be the same as it was. But I do think I need to go ahead and do some deconstruction and reconstruction of this bridge next. Because these parts are obviously not going to work in the current state of things. What I'm thinking is I might need to kind of level it off all the way back down to here. And that's going to be treacherous. Take the bridge, this entire path. Well, our goal is to get it so that it goes straight across over there. So I guess taking it and following up along here is not really going to meet that objective. So I'm a little bit at a loss. I don't really know what to do next. So I'm going to have to like play around with it some. And if I keep falling down in this canal, that's going to be a little bit more inconvenient than otherwise. But at the very least, this part of the structure has got to go away because this part, especially these fences, are causing me all kinds of grief and aggravation just moving around. Okay, so at the very least, we want to go this way. So I'm thinking this needs to be a relatively small rise. But it needs to be done in such a way that it goes that way as well, right? So I think I need to level it out here. This is going to make all kinds of holes that are going to make it just not safe to walk around here. Let's see. Alright, let's see what we can figure out. I wish I would stop saying let's see, because that surely doesn't make any sense. Does this POV feel okay to you guys? It seems a little weird to me in the moment. It's like, I think it's because this thing is so looming and like in my face, everything else seems weird. Okay, so I need to join these two sides together at the same level. Right here. Get rid of some of this texturing. so that this floor right here, this is where they come together. Well, okay, I thought I was going to lose that one. And everything is flat, and I don't have any. I don't have like things I should have. Like I should have an ender chest in my inventory at all times, but I see that I don't. It's probably that one I put down there. Let's see. I have a chest here, a shulker box that has jungle bits in it. Excuse me, jungle bits in it. Let's see. Now see, do you all have that problem? Like, I know there was one here a minute ago that had jungle bits in it. Okay, one jungle. There it is. Look at that. There's jungle bits there in my inventory too. But there's slabs over here. There's many and enough slabs. Why are those like that? Give me that. Okay. Keep that one on me for the moment. Okay. So I need to do, like I said, I need this all to level out and be a little bit safer to walk on for starters. Okay, right here. Nope, I'm going to want to keep the curbing there. Yes, because there's dirt there. So I want the steps still over here. At least, oh, well, that was good. Up to the point where that turns anyway. Let's see. And that's going to be, actually, I might end up having, yeah, okay, that's something to think through. Why do I only have 2 steps after all that deconstruction, whatever you want to call it. More jungle logs. We need to come down to a flat surface here. I may need to put another stair here just to keep that seeming level. That sounds good. And we want to cut, this is fine here. Those are going to have to be stairs. Let me put that box down again. There's stairs in there. Okay, and there's stairs. There's enough. There's enough, I promise. Okay. Okay, that's good enough for now on that. And that's good enough for now here. Let's see. Yeah, we can go a little further over. Alright, so then, so this is a flat spot. I think I might actually like that better than what I had. Although I missed the color, so let me put that nether brick back in here. I begin to see why things were like that. That's okay, I can get another brick slab. I might even have another brick slab in this box. Yes, I do. Aren't I good? Okay. Oh. Just a tiny bit of lag there for a minute. I didn't think I succeeded. Okay. So then, we're going to go to where this is the center point of our steps going up. So, oh, there we go again. Need this to be like that. Okay, so that part I want to keep. This part is still functional. I might need to turn this stair. Or just make it match here by using a plank, which is what is over there. Okay, stay. There, okay. So now, well, okay. We're going to have to go to steps here. A step on the side, I think. That's yucky. That's very yucky. Okay, we're going to have to go from this dot here upward. So this piece probably needs to come out and be different. If this is the center, which down through here we have a slab center with a curb up. So this is a slab. This is a slab. We know that. We're going to come up. I'm probably going to come up here. No, not there apparently. Okay, so this here is a full block, which is not what I was thinking it was. Let's put a fence here for the moment, just for the moment, just to hold that as a spacer. No, because the fence would have to be over here. I think if I was going to actually have a fence, oh, did you see that? I just got lucky there, I think. Coming straight across. Let's see, this, if we want this to be the center, well, that actually closes in that little arch there, which I've removed over here so I can just like live without it for a while. Okay, so then, all right. What if we shove this back? See this? Okay, so that's a solid block right there. So I'm going to shove that back to there, which would mean that this one could be shoved back to here. And that is going to create this step here. So there's going to be a fence here of the nether brick variety ultimately. Possibly right there also, just to give it a little bit of structure. I might be able to, when I get this side in, also go recreate that arch. Oops. Recreate the arch I had before, slightly, only as a single unit over the whole bridge. Like up through here. We'll see. Maybe. Okay, so let me go ahead and play around with this for a little bit longer. I'm just going to try to build something that connects these two sides, and I'm not going to worry about the elevation to the portal right now. Alright, so I'll be back in when I get that done. Now that I like. That's an improvement over what I had before, at least from up here, as you can see by just looking that way. Wow, I never realized. I mean, right now everything looks very closed in because of these logs. And in fact, I'm starting to think that these acacia logs may just go away. But this part I like. This has met up over there in a straight line with its companion over there. I wanted to point out that I was struggling. I worked on this for about an hour, and then because I kept, building up and down and building up and down. And then I said, okay, I'm going to take the same rules I used down here on this path, which, for example, is this heart-shaped structure of 8 blocks here. That step, this little W-shaped structure, this heart-shaped structure, W, heart-shape, W, heart-shape, W. Now we're in the new build here, see? So I continue the W, the heart shape, and then over here we have another heart shape, and it turns here. We have the same W, the same heart shape, and then we transition nicely into that. So I'm thinking, I wonder if it's a rule now that you can use to make a build if you just follow the rules of the build. Like, I started out down there, and previously I had something that had to change because I was trying to get up there. But now I have the same thing all the way up until right here. It's very nice. I don't know if that's actually like a rule of a build because I'm not, like professional builder number one. But it seemed to help a lot with the design here. I'm sacrificing something here. So far, I'm losing a little bit of ground. I lose about a block of height here. And I'm not sure if I'm in love with that, but I think I might be able to live with that. I've got a little bit of a mess here because these canals have got to be reconnected. And right now, that part is not water safe. So I'm going to have to figure out what kind of structure I'm going to use underneath here to hold the water in. In the past, it was just some of the jungle slabs sitting on top of this, which has a nice effect, but I'm not sure how that's going to work with the little bit of redoing, especially the blocking off right here that I've done. And there's also become this step over here. Oh, that one's got to go away. I don't need that anymore. Okay, so there's now also this step here, so I should be able to jump out of the canal and come straight up to the portal still very easily. Okay, so the question is two things. For one thing, we seem to have forgotten the goal of the project. One of the goals of the project was to go straight from here to here, right? But the other goal of the project was to get rid of this jumping up on a leaf to get to my portal thing, which I have not yet figured out. If I thought I could put some kind of an elevator structure inside of these things, that might be good, but that sounds like redstone, and basically the only thing I know about redstone is it doesn't fit in small spaces. And the other thing is that this structure, this lovely new thing, is definitely going to be improved by removing these. So the question is, do I get enough visual from building the bridge new? There's a lot of questions. Like, I don't know if I even want that structure. I put it up there because I have been thinking of making an iron farm and I want that to be elevated, but I'm not sure this is the structure that I want that iron farm to come off of. I'm just not sure. So, buttons. I'm very confused right now. I like the new bridge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the new bridge for the next before the next episode, and I don't really know where we're going to go after that. I have an idea in my head, rattling around in my head regarding the iron farm and these structures here, that one over there and this one. We're going to leave that one there in the middle, but this one and that one may transform into something else. Okay, so we'll just have to come back to that. First, redo the bridge. Probably definitely tear down these acacias so I can look and see what the bridge looks like without them. And yeah, I don't know. That's what we're at. Eridoodle doo. Toodaloo.